Hello, dear listener. I'm your host and game master, Brian. Thank you so much for checking out our RPG actual play podcast miniseries, Freedom Before Destination. We are going to be playing an original Stormlight Archive RPG adventure written just for our show. If you'd like more background on the characters or on the rules of the brand new Stormlight Archive RPG by Brotherwise Games, feel free to listen to our previous Session 0 episode, which walks through building each character from start to finish. If you're a new listener and coming to check out the Cosmere RPG, welcome! We typically play an RPG called Vaesen, which is about supernatural investigation in the 1800s. So this is a little bit of a departure for us. However, I am a huge Cosmere fan, and I am so excited to share the world of Roshar with my players, most of whom have never read the book series before we started recording. If you're a long-time Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle listener, I promise we'll return to Julian, Sophie, and Dr. Jensen after this short detour. Finally, if you are a new listener, please note that while we have tried to minimize our usual amount of cussing, or at least keep it in-universe for the world of the Stormlight Archive, our typical show is set in the frontier town of Seattle in the late 1800s, so we kinda swear like lumberjacks and sailors. We all hope you enjoy this episode of Freedom Before Destination, a Stormlight Archive actual play podcast. Welcome to our first ever session of Freedom Before Destination, a Stormlight RPG actual play podcast. I am your host, Brian Kershaw, and I am so excited to be here. And I am joined by my illustrious crew of players. First up, Bill, would you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Bill. I am, I guess, him. Play Dr. Jensen in the Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. And I'm playing Nortel for our game tonight.
Excellent. And have you ever read any of the Stormlight Archive, or are you going into this RPG kind of fresh?
Completely blind.
Excellent. Hannah.
Hi, I am Hannah. I am pronouns she, her. I am the editor for this lovely podcast you are currently listening to. I will be playing Idalil in tonight's game. Also she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And have you had any experience with the Stormlight Archive before?
No! Not a bit.
Perfect. And next up is Phoenix.
Hi, I'm Phoenix. I'm a he-him person. And today, I will be playing the role of Yopi, also a he-him person. Yes, I am an envoy.
And have you had any experience with the Stormlight Archive?
Yes, in fact, I am listening to the audiobooks right now. I am a little ways into book 4 now.
Nice. And last but never least, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin, and she, her, and I am playing Aylin. And she's also she, her. And was there anything else I was supposed to say? I already forgot.
Have you ever read any of the Stormlight books?
Oh, no, I have never. I have never read the books, although I would like to try. Reading is hard when you have 2 jobs and ADHD. Mm-hmm. And I have read Tress of the Emerald Seas.
Nice.
Which, yes, was very cute. And I know all about it from Brian.
I cannot stress enough. All of the information dumping that you have all been getting so far has been me holding back.
And is probably like 0.5% of the knowledge that you would actually like to share with us about everything.
I have not yet begun to reveal my true power. right, so we are ready to get started. This is going to be exciting. Phoenix, if you see anything in advance that you're like, oh, I know what that is, definitely try not to be like, or do. That's fun too.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is that I totally know about, but I don't.
Perfect. The planet of Roshar is a world of storms and war. It is a world much different from our own. Storms blow with hurricane force winds from east to west every 7 days, violently shaping every aspect of this world. But despite being a place where most animals are crustaceans, and there are legendary magical swords capable of cleaving the soul from the body, people are ultimately still people. They love one another, they hurt one another, and they will take risks for the friends and family that they care about. Our story begins in the village of Shadowstone, a village tucked under the protection of a large cliff that shelters it from the high storms. The city's walls are decorated with beautiful statues depicting the 10 heralds, all facing outwards towards the domain of High Prince Royan in the kingdom of Alethkar. A clamor arises from the town square as a bell is repeatedly rung. Traders pause their negotiations at the marketplace. The ardent priests stop their prayers at the Devotery of Beauty. Even early morning drinkers stumble out of the Shard Hammer, if only to see what the commotion is all about. Slowly, the populace of Shadowstone gathers in the town square, waiting to see what this announcement will be. Phoenix, can you tell me what Yopi looks like and where he's kind of coming from in town?
So yes, Yopi is a Herdazian who is spending some time here in the princedom, and he is kind of built like a big square. He's short, very, very broad, and pretty well muscled. He's a strong dude. He has tanned skin, short black hair. As a Herdazian, he does have the kind of stone-like fingernails to him as well. And yeah, he would probably be early in the morning like this, probably going and taking a look at the different chowta carts, trying to find something in the market.
Mm-hmm. And Hannah, where is Idalili coming from, and what does she look like?
No one's gonna be able to say her name right. Eat a lil. Because I messed her name up even in the session 0. Like, it's just gonna be a thing. Eat is somewhat short. Definitely more on the petite side, but not like full on petite. Dressed in peasant clothes, long kind of curly black hair. I don't remember what race we decided. Like, what are the people from here called?
The Alethi.
Yeah, she is a Lethe. She is coming from the marketplace.
Okay. Erin, tell me what Aelin looks like and where she is coming from.
Aelin is quite tall and fairly thin, almost kind of like awkwardly lanky. And like kind of you could see it like as a teenager she would have been like all elbows and knees and stuff. And she's got actually really straight pale hair that's kind of like ash blonde and dark eyes obviously, but Brian, you can tell me if this is not cool, but one of her eyes is like you can't really tell the color. It's like almost black. It's really dark, and the other one is really dark green. So they're a little bit different.
Absolutely
and her,
cool.
Okay. And she's kind of dark skinned and yeah, a little bit like her movements are maybe slightly awkward, and she wears glasses that are pretty thick, like
Are we
not so
talking Coke
thick
bottle
that,
thick?
not quite Coke bottle thick, but it noticeably like magnifying. So, and they're the direction that make her eyes look gigantic, so she looks like an owl or something. Yeah.
Excellent. Fun fact, no one on this planet knows what an owl is.
So she looks like a crustacean that to
Mhm.
us would look like an owl, but it's a crab instead.
Definitely a
That-
chicken.
A crowl, if you will.
Oh, dang it, you stole it.
And where in town is she coming from? Is
She
she
would.
coming from the market, the bars, her home?
She's probably coming from the workshop area of her
Mhm.
home, if that's a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she's always like working on stuff and
Tinkering
so,
with things.
yeah, so she's probably got like a little smudge of grease on her face or something and
Mhm.
so forth.
Perfect. And Bill, tell us what Nartel looks like and where he is coming from.
Nartel is probably right around 6 feet tall. Not fully broad shoulders, but kind of like an athletic but lean build. His appearance kind of looks. It would look, I guess, at first glance, a little haggard. Leather pants that are kind of frayed, a lot of patchwork there. Chainmail that's obviously been kind of repaired and fixed and mended on the go, as it were. But to look closer, a lot of things are well cared for, just well used.
Mm-hmm.
With a long bow on his back, kind of darker black hair, kind of 5 o'clock shadow, kind of. He tends to go out for stints, either just on random hunts or just for the job, for his bounty hunting. He would be coming from the bars, kind of waking up, having his breakfast, and then heading towards the market or town, and then heading towards the barracks to see what work might be available for him today.
Kind of before this big clamor started to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Nartel accompanied by anything?
I guess that is a good question. He does have a companion, Orlo, which is I can't remember the...
An Axehound?
Axehound, thank you. I don't know. Would Axehounds, I guess, be allowed in towns like this? Or would he...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then, yes, he would have his companion, Orlo, with him.
Especially for a kind of rough and tumble character like Nartel. He could tell people where Orlo is going to go.
Yeah, and Orlo sticking very close to Nartel.
His little antennas are kind of waving around, and he's sniffing at the air as there are all these people who are gathering in the town square. And slowly, you see a procession coming from the city lord's manor. A palanquin is walked down by several people before it is set down, and City Lord Adamar emerges from within. The City Lord steps forward and addresses the gathered crowd of Shadowstone citizens. Good people of Shadowstone, it pains me to say it, but the war of reckoning upon the Shattered Plains has drawn on far longer than our High Princes anticipated. Time has worn on. The vile creatures who slew King Gavilar Colin have not yet been brought to justice. As such, High Prince Royan, who rules our lands, needs more soldiers, and the codes of war have granted him the right to pull conscripts from his towns, cities, and even villages such as this. A murmur starts to run through the crowd. Already, Shadowstone's population feels thin, and a number of houses stand empty. There are few able men who can be conscripted without leaving the town completely defenseless. You've all heard the rumors. There are potentially bandits nearby. and City Lord Adamar has restricted travel, as well as instituted a nightly curfew. A stranger stands behind the City Lord, wearing a black military uniform with silver knots at the shoulders. He stands a head taller than the City Lord, easily a head and a half taller than even Nartel. His head is completely clean shaven, and he has thick sideburns and a beard on his face. Although strangely, it's been shaved down his chin. Under his stern glower, all of the townsfolk fall silent. City Lord Adamar spreads his arms wide, and small golden lights begin to appear around the Bright Lord's head. Glory spread. Spirits attracted to those who feel triumphant. Thanks to the advice of Bright Lord Thunder, we have found a way around any more required conscriptions. High Prince Royan needs both men and funds, and we have found a solution to both. Bright Lord Thunder brought forward a novel proposition. In order to cover both our High Prince's war costs and provide able bodies, we have sold both owed debts and the accompanying debtors. While no one loves the notion of slavers, I have sold all the prisoners and debtors to a Thaylen slaver named Mralt, who passed through town and left this morning. You spot several shocked faces and perturbed looks in the crowd. Cal, the captain of Shadowstone's guard, stares aghast at City Lord Adamar. The ardent Narn cast their bald head down, red and white petals of shame spren appearing around them. The traveling Herdazian merchant Junio shakes her head and turns back towards the market. Despite the worried faces, several mothers hug their young sons, glad at least it's not their children being sent off to war. My wife, Bright Lady Makana Adamar, shall now read the role of those traveling toward the Shattered Plains and serving High Prince Royan. As City Lady Adamar reads the names, your blood suddenly goes cold. You look around, and you realize you don't see him anywhere. What you were dreading happens. Sulio, Caravan Guard, debts due to public drunkenness. Dunan, City Stonemason, debts due to gambling. There are other names, but you don't hear them. It feels like you're standing out in a high storm. Shock spren, like shattering panes of yellow glass, burst around you. The City Lord has sold Dunan into slavery. He just sold someone you consider family into slavery, to be thrown into the endless wars miles and miles away from his home. Unless you can stop it. Now,
Okay, that intro was baller, Brian. Sorry.
It
It was very good.
Thank you. Now, I have a question for each of you. The stonemason Dunan, who worked in this town, is someone who is like a family member to you. Maybe it's a way that he helped you when you were desperate. Maybe he supported you when you needed something. Maybe he was there for you when an important person in your life died. But somehow, this man became like a family member to you. Bill, how did your character become close to Dunan?
It's actually a friendship that's kind of grown over the years. Nartel first ran into Dunan. He picked up work being guard duty while a bridge was being repaired from bandit attacks. Dunan, being a stonemason, was one of the workers out there directing the rebuilding of the bridge. And over the course of the project and just, hanging out in the camps at evening, Nartel, with drinks and card games, kind of became friends. Kind of learned a little bit more about the stonework and, a little bit about the trade. He kind of introduced Orlo and the things of hunting. Just kind of became friends. And as kind of the years went on, he just became kind of a treasured confidant, I guess, for Nartel. Someone he can kind of come and, if nothing else, be a level head to listen to Nartel complain about the woes of the town and being a bounty hunter. So it's kind of like he lost, I don't know if you'd call him like a brother or a father or just a like you said, I guess a family member is the best way to put that. Lost a treasured friend. Yeah.
Aaron, how did Aelin come to think of Dunin as a family member?
Table question. Approximately how old is Dunin?
He is in his late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
So older guy.
Got it. Aelin, her parents were always extremely busy. When she was a teenager getting into her craft and stuff, they didn't really have time for her and they didn't necessarily think it was a good pursuit. And she kind of met him by chance through her parents, but he really became much closer to her than her parents, sort of like a treasured uncle or something, where he would help her with her inventions and let her help her with little experiments and really encourage her in her craft and show her a lot of the attention that she kind of was missing from her parents. So he's almost like a not quite father to her, but definitely
like a dear uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
In addition to being a stonemason, he was also something of an artist. Did some of his artwork kind of inspire some of the inventions and the fabrials that Aelin makes?
Oh, absolutely. She would definitely have, she would have incorporated a lot of his stuff that she saw that he had made into what she was doing.
Hannah, how did Edie come to know Dunin?
So, Edalil, or Edie, is not someone who often made many connections. Not so much by choice, but by force. Because she is someone who was forced around the country a lot. Because her and her father are traveling merchants. So because they had to change locations so much, she's never really had anything stable besides like her father. And as such, she began to wonder if this life is really for her. The traveling, among other reasons. And during a stop in this town, let's just say that Dunin caught her doing something interesting.
Larcenous, perhaps?
I'm not gonna say. And she was afraid she was going to be turned in. That she had been caught and that this was it. And oh crap, what does she do now? But he didn't. And instead, he allowed her to sit with him and just talk. And just be this one source of stability that she so desperately needed outside of her father. So he is definitely like a treasured uncle to her as well, because he didn't turn her in, he didn't judge her, he let her speak her mind about what she maybe wants to do in life, and if it's actually this. Every time they come into town, she goes to him. And she finally has this one other place that she feels like she can be herself.
And Phoenix.
Yeah, so now for Yopi, I mean, everyone is his cousin. He gets along with everyone. Everyone loves him, clearly. But when I first got here, it was a little overwhelming. Dunan actually speaks a little bit of Herdasian, so I was able to converse with him a little bit more confidently, and we were also able to kind of talk things over with stonemasonry, kind of a shared interest of ours. And beyond that, the most important piece is that he knew where to find the best chowta in the town. So we became fast friends. We have worked together on stonemasonry projects before. Yeah.
I mean, if you're a working artist, you gotta know where to get the street food.
Hell
You
yeah.
got to be able to grab and go.
See, you get it, cousin.
The four of you kind of find yourselves standing together, and soon you are the only ones left in the town square. And sort of all together, you realize something. No one in this town is going to help Dunan, except for you. Of course, to do that, you're first going to need to find a way out. Now, for Light Eyes, people of highest social standing, someone like City Lord Adamar could not stop them from coming and going as they please. But unfortunately, each of you are categorized in Alethi society as Dark Eyes. You are in the lower social strata. And so, you can be subject to laws, like having the ability to travel limited or completely curtailed. You can be subject to things like a nightly curfew. Now, there aren't a ton of guards left in Shadowstone. The wars happening in the south have gotten most everyone who could hold a spear pulled away. But there are still people who are patrolling the walls and keeping an eye on the front gates. So, now the important question. How are you going to be able to escape town? I'll throw out one other thing. You don't necessarily have to do this alone. You saw a number of people who looked pretty unhappy at City Lord Adamar's pronouncement. You might be able to get the help of some other people in Shadowstone to be able to help you escape. Folks like the Captain of the Guard, Cal Rieger. Junio, a merchant in the marketplace. I was waiting for Phoenix to react to that. An Ardent, sort of like a priest by the name of Narn. Or maybe even Tyndon, Edie's father.
Didn't know we had Quarians here. That's amazing.
I tried to include something in this adventure for each of you.
I will say that the others might have to approach Aelin because ever since they made the announcement, she's kind of been like, she looks like she's paralyzed, but she's literally like running so many calculations in her head. She's like, okay, if we did this, then this would happen, and then this, and then we would have to go over here, and then and she's just been going like that for like the past 5 minutes, and so she just looks like she's standing there staring into space.
Aaron, did you, during character creation, roll up the calculus woman meme?
That is exactly what's happening. Yeah.
I love it.
Edie's actually doing something kind of similar, but instead of like frozen in shock, she's like wringing her hands and thinking in her head and almost like kind of counting under her breath, thinking about like I think we have like 2 more days of market until we're allowed to leave, kind of thing. Like counting because they're travelers, they're traveling merchants. I would imagine that they have a set time that they could be, in town, and then like a pass or whatever for when they can leave. So that's soon. So now she's like, okay, what do I do once we're out? Because I'll be able to get out, but what then? So she's like kind of just like, she's like off in the corner somewhere, like tucked herself away while she's trying to figure all this out. So I don't know if any of you notice her at all, honestly. She likes to kind of keep to herself and be as small as possible, be in the shadows, like a wall. She is the wall.
And the four of you at least have a passing familiarity with each other.
Okay, that was going to be my question.
Okay.
I would even go as far to say you could be called friends. Like at least acquaintances who have seen each other around this town enough times that you know each other by name, you've seen each other around.
And we've probably seen each other in the company of Dunan too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we would know, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not changing what Edie's doing.
Yep, didn't expect so.
I guess if Edie and Aelin are off in their own world, Nartel will kind of turn to Yopi. We need to go save him. Brian, you said that the caravan had already left town.
Mm-hmm. It left in the morning before any of the announcement was made.
Would we have, given that it's kind of not the largest town, would we have seen this individual like in the days prior?
You had spotted the slave master before.
Okay.
He is a man named Ralt. He is someone who came around town, was picking up supplies, had 3 very large wagons covered in bars, which were being pulled by creatures called chulls. A chull is basically a giant-sized hermit crab that can be used as a beast of burden. So think of like a donkey-sized hermit crab.
Okay. But they have a day lead on us. We should probably get going. Do you think talking to the captain of the guard would let us out, or do you think we need to get more oomph behind our a way to get out?
You think he might be able to help. You don't know that he could just let you out, though.
I guess if we're gonna go after no Dunan.
Dude, yep.
Yes. So if we're gonna go after and save Dunan, we're gonna need everyone. So I guess Nartel will start looking around. If he sees I'm gonna be second guessing the pronunciations for all these. Aelin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Nailed it. Got it in
Aelin,
one.
Okay.
Matthias.
Yep.
Listener, if you're just joining us for the first time, that's a joke from our regular podcast. Bill's bad at remembering names.
You should watch or listen to the whole podcast so that you get that joke.
Assuming we can see Aelin kind of just standing there doing the math in her head, Nartel will kind of nudge Orlo to go over to her and kind of nudge her gently to like snap her out of reality, see if she...
Oh, yeah.
And this axe hound kind of comes trotting over, which is a very lean insect-like creature. It is got 6 legs, very smooth carapace.
Like a shark.
A little bit like a shark, and has some long antennas, like greyhound-sized. And it makes a kind of happy chittering noise and kind of nuzzles against Aelin's leg, trying to get her attention.
She will, like, jump a little bit and then look around and realize that everyone's gone. And kind of blink and then she'll look down and be momentarily distracted because, you know, she like kneels down and she's like, "Oh, hi," you know, and starts talking to him. And then after like a couple seconds, she's like, "Oh, this is someone's, oh, there's," you know, like, oh, hold on, I forgot. See, Bill, it's not just you. She'll see Nartel and Yopi as and maybe Edie off in the shadows somewhere, and realize like, oh, maybe they're all thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, and she will hurry up and go and join Nartel.
I guess that is a good point. Can we look around the square to see if we can see Edie if she's hiding in the shadows?
She's not like deliberately truly hiding. She's just definitely like
keeping a low profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to spot her just kind of like being chill in kind of the leeward side of a building.
Well, I think you had the right idea. I think starting with the captain, he should be able to at least help.
I think that would be a good start. Yeah.
I start walking towards the captain, whose name I know is
Cal Rieger.
Cal Rieger, that's right.
I put that in with just for you, Phoenix.
I got so excited by Cal Rieger, I missed that he was the captain of the guard. But that totally makes sense.
So you make your way over towards the front gates of Shadowstone. This city is designed in an interesting way. It is built underneath a natural rock formation. So there is a very large cliff that kind of rises up, and then the city is built underneath the lee of that. So that as the storms roll in from the east, the village is in a nice, safe, sheltered little area. So everything here tends to be very dark, except for some areas of ambient sun as the sun kind of goes overhead. Cal has probably had some interactions with Yopi before, being a strong guy around town.
I'll head on up to him and just be all like, "Storms, Goncho. I think I need a favor, eh? Dunan's been taken. I mean, he was, you saw it. He was sold like a goat at the market. That doesn't sit right with me. Or you, I think.
Cal shakes his head. Yopi, I don't like this. Selling people is distasteful. God, I cannot believe City Lord Adamar did that. Ugh.
It's a messed up world we're living in.
I mean, he is the City Lord, so it is within his right, but still, you said you need a favor?
Well, what I'm thinking, my cousins and I would like to try to bring him home, but we need your help to take leave of the city.
Oh, Yopi, I don't know about that. So, I am excited to introduce our first mechanical thing in this story.
Woo!
One of the new systems in the Cosmere RPG is called Conversations. They basically have some rules built out for persuading NPCs of helping you out on something that's difficult. Not just for like a single roll kind of thing. Like if you want to lie to someone, you don't need to go through a whole conversation. But if you're doing a prolonged negotiation, a con job, if you're trying to trick multiple people into, say, a marriage scam, you can go through this kind of conversation mechanic where you need to slowly wear down their character's focus. So there are a couple of different ways that you can participate in a conversation, and everyone goes through and gets a chance to act before anyone can act again. So the different ways that you can participate are you can attempt to influence the person, you could help or hinder, you could bolster, you could gather information, or you could interject flavor. Now, for some characters, you are not necessarily going to be the face. You might not even have any good social skills. Not naming any names like Dr. Jensen in our main podcast. So, you can interject flavor in those scenarios, being like, I lean against the wall and nod, being like, he made a good point. And it gives your character a way of participating without having to worry about any of the roles side of things. Gathering information is going to let you use some of your observation and perception skills to be able to find things that are going to be good arguments and give your allies bonuses. Similarly, bolstering an ally can give advantage on the next conversation roll that they make, while hindering an opponent can give them disadvantage, potentially cutting them off. Additionally, you could, when you bolster an ally, potentially help them recover some focus, which is going to be a very important resource. Finally, the big thing that you're doing in most conversations is going to try and influence a person. You're going to be usually choosing one of your skills, such as... I definitely have all the skills memorized.
Oh, of course.
I'm super prepared. So, you might be using skills like persuasion, or leadership, or deception, or things like intimidation, or deduction, to be able to convince them to do what you want. If you get a success by beating their cognitive or spiritual defense, they actually lose a point of focus as you start kind of wearing them down. If you get someone to zero focus in a conversation, they'll kind of just agree to do what you want because they're tired of trying to argue with you at that point.
The Karen method,
Nice.
I love it.
I like to think of it more as the persistence method. If I keep asking, sooner or later, you're going to be like, fine, yes, I'll help you get out of the city. Just please leave me alone.
No,
Tomato-
Bill's right. The Karen method.
Tomato, I'd like to see your manager.
Yep.
All right, so, Phoenix, how is Yopi going to try and persuade Cal to help you guys?
I did not intend to make the persuasion character, but I think, did anyone else take presents at all?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Did I? No.
I specifically did.
Now, one other thing to keep in mind is you aren't limited by certain skills.
Fair.
So, for instance, you could make an insight check to look into how much this is bothering him, and be able to use that to bolster an ally, and that would give them advantage on the roll. You could make a survival check to convince him, like, listen, we're going to be just fine outside of the city.
I mean, I would be making a leadership role, I
Mhm.
believe, here. And really, I'll just be trying to talk to Captain Cal Rieger and just talking to him about everything that Dunan has done for the town with his stonemasonry skills. The walls themselves would not be, what they are without his assistance. We owe it to him. So I would be attempting to influence him in that way.
Perfect. Make a leadership test.
So that's a D20 plus leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a natural 19 for
Nice.
23.
Hey.
Okay.
Bam.
Starting off strong.
That is going to cost Cal one of his focus. He gives some half-hearted defenses and lets you know, like, well, it's what the city lord wanted, and I mean, we kind of have to follow through on his orders, but you can tell his heart isn't in it.
That's right, cousin.
I would say that though Aelin appears a little awkward and she's got, she looks kind of like a nerd, she's actually very like good-natured and really like not necessarily extroverted, but she just likes, she's generally likes people, even though she's alone a lot, like working on her stuff. And she just is like on good terms with a lot of people, and she's very kind of cheerful and, doesn't let stuff get her down, and, tries to be helpful to people and stuff like that. And so that's kind of where her presence comes in. Like, not that she's exactly charismatic, but she's just like a nice, good-natured person that people tend to like. And so she'll come up with Yopi and kind of put her hand on Cal Rieger's arm and remind him that I'm totally making this shit up because I don't know anything about the setting.
Go for it.
But do you remember when that family's house got destroyed by the storm and Dunan helped rebuild it for free? I mean, come on. That's not the actions of a criminal who should be shipped off into slavery. You gotta help us.
All right, and what skill are you rolling?
I'll roll persuasion. Let's go.
I assume with physical dice.
Oh, you can't see that in the camera, but it's a natural 20. My first roll, I got a nat 20.
Dang, all right.
For 23.
So, Aaron, anytime you roll a natural 20, that gives you a free opportunity.
Neat.
Now, I was planning on talking about opportunities a little bit later, but you kind of introduced that mechanic early on me. Whenever your character rolls what's called the plot die, and we'll talk more about that later on, that runs the risk of adding complications if you get a kind of bad thing that happens, or opportunities that give you extra good things. So, since you got a free opportunity on this one, I will give you a couple of options. You can either let whoever rolls next roll with advantage, or you can have him lose 2 focus because of how good that argument is.
Do I, as a player, obviously I don't know, that's why I'm asking, but would I, as a player, know like how much focus we need to go through? I mean, I guess like I have 4 focus, so I'm assuming that the focus amount is like,
Probably
under
comparable,
7
yeah.
or something,
Generally, most NPCs will have somewhere between 2 to 5 focus.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and have him lose 2 focus.
Okay. He nods at that. He's like, damn it, Aelin, you're right. Storms, that was my neighbor's house. How could I let this happen? All right, listen. I can help you and your friends get out. Do you already have a plan on how you're going to try and get out of town?
At this point, actually,
Well, I have 4 plans, but
sorry, Edie has been kind of listening. As soon as you guys approached the captain, she's gonna kind of like probably just pop out from behind one of them without like anybody knowing. Just hi. She's gonna be like, hey, maybe is it possible that they could come with me and my dad out of the city? Maybe we need to leave a day early for some reason, and they can be in the caravan. No one has to know, right?
Yeah. I think we can do that.
Thank you.
Oh, I hadn't even factored that into the possibilities. And Aelin goes off. She's like gone again.
She's already in her head about it.
She's doing calculations again. Yeah.
Now, if we have 4 bodies that fit into this size of a caravan, who will have to sit on top of the other?
All right, so this is now going to introduce our next component.
Oh.
Conversations are one of the new kind of mechanical ways of interacting with the world in the Cosmere RPG, but there are also endeavors. Now, I'm going to level with you. I see you, Brotherwise Games. I know where you got this. I recognize skill challenges from 4th edition D&D, one of the 2 best things from that system. So, the way that an endeavor will work is you need to get more successes before you get a certain number of failures. You, as the group PCs, can choose any skills that you want in trying to help move this mission forward. You might use your survival skill to convince people like, you've got to go look for this on the caravan and don't look over in these back wagons. It could be very dangerous. It could have some kind of kremling that's hiding in there that could bite you, so just ignore that part. You might, for instance, use your stealth skills to find a good spot in the wagon that you could hide some people. You might decide to use your persuasion skills to convince people to not check any of these wagons as they're leaving town. You also are going to get 1 automatic success because you have the help of Captain Cal Rieger.
Nice.
Now, if you wanted to, you could try and find another NPC in town to get assistance from, or you can try and enact a plan from here. You will need a total of 4 successes before 3 failures. But good news, you already have 1 automatic success on this.
Whee!
I'm gonna just say, guys, I got 4 stealth.
So, did you say we all have to contribute to getting out, or we just choose a thing?
You just choose a thing.
Oh.
So, for instance, you might want to use crafting to hide and create disguises for everybody, Aaron. You can kind of pick and choose from the skills that you're good at how you want to be able to participate.
Oh, but each person participates in their own way, the same as the. Oh, okay, cool.
Exactly.
I was basically saying, like, hey guys, I got good stealth. I think that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I'm probably gonna lean. I think my story will be that I'm just gonna be the bodyguard or the guard for the caravan. So I'll be walking along.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll use perception either perception or survival. But I don't know, I guess, how that would fit.
What about using maybe survival to spin some stories to Tyndon, Edie's father, about how, there's some really dangerous things in the area. You're going to need a guard who knows what to watch out for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. You're looking to beat a DC 15.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Okay, all right. Apparently we're running hot in this game.
Yeah, I'm the low roll with a nat 19.
Apparently everyone has decided they really like the Stormlight Archive.
I'm as shocked
or at
as you
least
are.
their dice
The
do.
universe has decided.
Well, give me a second, Bill. I gotta look up what extra things you can have for opportunities here. Give you some options. You can, as part of your opportunity, aid an ally. So the next test that they make, they get advantage on. You can collect yourself so that you'll recover 1 focus. In combat, you could critically hit, so that instead of rolling your damage, you just do maximum. Or you can influence the narrative, where there's sort of a plot twist that happens that works to your benefit.
I think I'll give advantage to the next person to roll.
Okay. So, who is going to help next? Hannah, did you want to use some stealth?
I mean, I guess yeah.
I hear you're real good at it.
Yeah. And yeah, see if I can hide some of my peeps in the back here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah. How do I do that on here again? Hold on.
I
can do
think
it.
it should now ask you.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right.
You have advantage.
Oh
Wait,
boy.
yeah, I did. Why did it only roll 1?
It
Hold
should
on,
be
what?
roll 1.
What? I
Yeah,
clicked with
no.
advantage.
Oh, no, it's saying you rolled 2 1s.
Oh no. Oh
Wow.
Well, that
I
balanced
know
out
it.
real quick.
I knew it as soon as one of you said, "Oh wow, you guys we're rolling really nice." I was like,
That was me. I did that to take away
You're
from
not
you
the
all.
only one. You're not the only one. Everyone else said something, but me.
Whoopsie.
I said I was in disbelief. I tried to help you.
Well, dear listener, I was planning on introducing opportunities and complications later, but here we are. So,
Being complicated.
Hannah, whenever you roll a plot die and get a complication or roll a natty 1, you unfortunately are going to suffer some extra penalties. But good news, you do get to pick this time. You can choose to hinder an ally, become distracted, or influence the narrative. If you hinder an ally, the next test another character makes is going to get a disadvantage. If you become distracted, you're going to lose 1 point of focus. Or if you influence the narrative, your actions will result in a negative plot twist.
I think I'll just lose that focus point.
Okay.
I think, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. We are currently at 2 successes and 1 failure.
I can go, and my plan is to. Well, okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should go last. My plan was to make some sort of mechanism by which to hide someone in the caravan.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but if
Edie
nobody-
had some great places picked out that she was planning on hiding everyone,
Right.
and her dad
Right.
has filled those with saleable goods, some of which might be stolen.
Can I say that that a couple of the wagons were having mechanical problems, and so I am going to come along to make sure that they don't get stuck,
Mhm.
out in between the towns, especially during, when a storm is coming or something.
Absolutely. Were you thinking about
Okay.
using crafting for that?
Yes.
Roll it.
All right. Anything could happen, you guys. Either we're cursed or the curse is broken or something. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait. Do I have advantage? Does somebody... Oh, no. You got advantage from... So...
What'd you get?
Let's not talk about it. Let's just...
Was it a nat 1?
It wasn't a nat 1.
Okay.
Whew.
It was a 3, which gives me an 8.
Alright, that is not 15. So,
No, it
You
is
were at-
not.
you attempt to make some modifications. However, you tend to work on fabrials, these almost magical devices. You don't really work on something mundane like wagons.
No.
And before you know it, you've managed to get it so they all have a little bit of a lean to them. And one of the back wheels doesn't quite touch the ground like how it should, but it's probably fine.
It's probably fine. This is definitely...
Well, I think you just made the decision for me as far as what I'll be doing next.
Phoenix.
She gets done and she looks at Yopi and she's like,
So yes, I will. I'm sorry. What is his name again?
His name, which I know off the dome, is Tyndon.
Tyndon. So I will go to Tyndon, and using discipline, I will just be trying to calm him down and let him know, no, we really do know what we're doing. He's just a little excitable sometimes. I'm pretty sure she's doing some math calculations in her head. All she needed to do was turn lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and she just overcomplicates sometimes, man. We're gonna be fine.
All right, feel free to roll it.
all right, Phoenix, you can do this.
Yes, I can. That is a natural 15 for 20.
Yay!
Okay, that's 3 successes and 2 failures. You just need 1 more success. You managed to kind of keep calm as things are going a little bit off the rails. Talking to Tyndon, who I don't know if has been fully briefed on the plan to sneak you all out of town with him.
Probably not.
Probably not. But he is mostly glad about getting free work done on his wagons, even if the work is somewhat questionable.
If no one else has another idea for it, and by all means, feel free to do something else here.
Dude, I rolled 2 1s.
Yeah, you should redeem yourself.
Hannah, you can still save this thing.
You literally can't do worse.
That's right.
That
there you
is
go.
absolutely true.
How many failures until failure?
more.
You fail at 4 let me double check that.
We need one more of each. This is the deciding one.
4-3,
Okay,
so this is the
then
final
yeah, I'm stepping out. Nope.
one.
I feel cursed.
Yeah,
I feel
I'm not-
cursed.
Okay,
Well,
Wait.
so with my weapon is a very, very large hammer, and since the wagon by Aelil was just set all canted, may I use my heavy weaponry to just bonk it back into place?
Absolutely. You can certainly try.
can I provide assistance to him, like with perception? Just like maybe just a little bit more. Yeah, right there.
So what I'll say, Bill, is you can choose, instead of making one of the rolls for the endeavor, to assist. So you can make a perception check, and you're only looking for a DC 10.
I will assist with that.
So this won't count towards a success or a failure, but if you pass, you'll give Phoenix advantage.
Okay. This is the dice roll plus the skill
Yep.
level.
Mhm.
So that would be 9 plus 5, so 14.
All right. Phoenix, thanks to some assistance, you are able to, with Nartle and Orlo's help, find all of the best spots and areas to hit this. Feel free to make your heavy weapons roll with advantage.
All right, I'm gonna bonk it.
Do a bonk.
Oh no.
No.
How'd you
Nope.
do?
Nope. With advantage, there was a 2 and a 4,
Oh my
giving
god.
me a total of 8.
Am I
Okay.
not helping people by making you roll more? Am I just making it
I
worse?
don't know anymore.
Well, I just rolled 1 die this time, and it came up as a natural 20. So yes, Bill, you fucked me over.
That's all you.
Bill is our Will Wheaton.
Clearly,
Listen,
Bill, that is the only possible explanation here because it just rolled a nat 20.
The bill gives and the bill takes
Come
away.
on. I need
Bill
to test
Wheaton,
this
if you
too.
will.
I will
No,
not.
I got a 4.
Phoenix,
Yeah,
you...
I bonked it.
Oh yeah, no, you just super bonked it. Nartel points out all the spots, like, all right, just hit the axle, like, right on here. That'll just, like, even all of this out. And you bonked it real good. And the whole wheel detaches and starts rolling away.
Oh my god.
I was just warming up the air for you. Don't worry, the real swing is coming next.
Oh god.
And as that wheel's rolling, someone reaches out a hand and catches it. It's that person who is standing behind City Lord Adamar. He looks at you as you're hitting this caravan. What exactly are you doing?
Well, isn't it obvious?
Merchant work?
He shakes his head. Sick. Do you not understand you are breaking property?
Technically, they're breaking my family property and I'm letting them.
Aelin comes huffing back up she went and caught the wheel and she's rolling it
Oh,
back.
he caught it in his hand.
Oh, he caught it. Caught it. Okay.
This guy's probably like 6'8". He is a big dude with very broad, heavy shoulders. Gloves on his hands made of calf skin. Made of hog's-hide leather. And he has caught this wheel and just pushes it back towards you.
I guess Edie catches it. Edie is like totally doing the like head kind of down, looking down at the ground, like, oh my
god. Aelin immediately is like trying to get in and like put it back on the freaking wagon and like pretend like she knows exactly what she's doing with the wagon wheel.
See to it that you do not cause any further destruction, lowlanders.
Yes, sir. I'll keep an eye on them, sir. Yes.
Good.
Aelin's just muttering, like she's just like, no, but you see, if I had just turned this 1/4 more, then I would have. Oh, never mind, it's fine. Yes, of course.
He kind of gives you all a dismissive, curt nod, and he heads in the direction of the City Lord's manor, where he has been staying.
And here we end the adventure because we failed to fucking get out of town and got in trouble. Bye, guys.
Good news. You're not getting off that easy. The 4 of you managed to successfully get the wheels put back on the caravans. You find your passes to leave the city signed and ready by Cal Rieger, who is at the front gate on the next day when you're all going to be leaving. One of the guards starts heading towards the caravan, looking to open up the curtained area in the back. And Cal kind of puts his hand out like, no, I already took the look earlier. They're fine. And the Chulls pull you out of the gate. And the 4 of you are able to escape Shadowstone.
What were you going to say, Phoenix?
Oh, I was just going to say that, I mean, this is going in the family stories. I mean, my uncles will probably exaggerate it, but don't worry, I'll correct them. It's going to be good.
Now, an important question for Edie. It looks like the wagon tracks for Maralt's slave caravan are headed in a different direction than where your father was planning on going.
Oh.
So what is she going to do?
This might be a time where she ditches the caravan.
So the 4 of you are just going to kind of take off?
Question, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm assuming that we don't need to, we were going specifically, I don't think we assumed that we would be traveling with the caravan the whole time because the caravan is not going to go to the slave
where you want to. Yeah.
So I also assume that we didn't really need to RP, that we brought like supplies and stuff to be able to like bivouac in the wilderness and shit.
Yeah, like you can bring some basic tents, camp supplies, some food. Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure we weren't going to get out there and it was like, you guys didn't do anything to prepare for this. Like,
Aaron, you need food badly.
I mean, I would assume we would have talked to Tyndon to say that what we're really going after, right? Like, or
Well, maybe. I am not sure all of you would have talked to Tyndon about it.
I guess Nartel would be assuming that Edie did.
Okay, bye, Dad!
I mean,
But
it probably
to
came
the
up as I was regaling him with stories, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, essentially to the point where if Edie's bouncing out, Nartel would be, oh, okay, well, this is where we break off, and would follow suit.
Edie's
so-
dad doesn't know that Edie's going to follow.
Oh, whoops.
Hannah, can I
Yeah.
get a stealth check from you?
Let's see how this works. I'm gonna.
Poor Tyndon, he's gonna be like, even if Edie gets good stealth, he's just gonna be like, what happened to my guard? That guy was supposed to tell me about the dangers of where are you going?
How'd you do?
It's plus the 4, right?
Yep.
9.
Okay.
Is there any way I can roll that again?
Actually, so real quick, Brian, I have a question here. Rousing presence
Mm-hmm.
is an action where I can influence an ally. They become determined, so they basically get the.
Mhm.
Is that something I can do out of combat as well?
Yep.
Please.
I'm willing to say, especially because it's our first time playing the game, if Yopi wanted to do that before she had to make her roll.
Nah, no, yes.
All right, and Hannah, some good news, some bad news. The good news is, while you still failed that roll, you do get to add an opportunity onto it. That could be recovering a spent focus, that could be giving advantage to an ally, but I think what makes the most sense here is we're going to change the narrative a bit. You are able to sneak away.
Mm-hmm.
You very, very quietly slip out of the back of the caravan, where you were supposed to be cataloging some provisions. Bill, Nartel had just said, I'm going to scout ahead a little bit, and had veered off. And the 4 of you meet up down the road in the direction that Meralt's slave caravan went. And Tyndon continues on down the road.
Run away, teenage daughter! Here we go!
Aelin, as she's going, just continuously turns back and looks at the walkie wagons and is like, oh my god, I don't know if I should go because I should probably fix what I screwed up, but I really need to, and I'm just gonna have, oh god. And she's just like, or whatever, what would be the epithet that you would use in this universe?
You might say something like heralds.
No, heralds. Oh, they're gonna tip. They're totally gonna tip. It's not my problem. I have more important things to do. Oh god. I mean, I did it again anyway. Sorry, whatever.
So the 4 of you stand on the open road under the bright blue skies in Roshar and are beginning your quest to rescue a friend. We cut away from the group and back to the City Lord's manor. He is sitting, having a meal, cutting a flank of crab steaks in a very bright red spicy sauce, and standing at his elbow is Thunder, the individual who spoke to you earlier. Adamar looks up at him. Now, why is it that you told me they were fleeing the town, but then we let them go? It doesn't make any sense. Why didn't we just stop them then? And the giant man kind of shakes his head. They had not yet broken any laws. However, I am fairly certain that the captain of your guard assisted them.
Oh, sorry, Cal.
We will have to pursue them. But we'll find out what happens with that.
Yeah,
Let's
Cal's
go!
taking the stray bullet.
Here we go on an adventure. Here we
Thank you all
Okay.
so much for playing. I hope that this has been fun so far, and I cannot wait for you to see more of the Cosmere RPG.
It is fun. Let's do the next episode right now.
God, it's 11:48 at night.
We should, we should probably let him actually get some sleep. All right, thank you all so much, and I can't wait for the next one. Good night. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Freedom Before Destination, a Stormlight RPG actual play podcast. Aelin is played by Aaron. Yopi is played by Phoenix Biscom. Nartel is played by Bill Ruska. Edalili is played by Hannah Cheney. I'm your host and game master, Brian Kershaw. You can find more of our work on Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle, which is conveniently right in your feed. The Cosmere RPG was created by Brotherwise Games, based on the writing of author Brandon Sanderson. Our episodes feature music by the Black Piper from the album Kaladin, as well as other artists. Please check the show notes for a full list of tracks used. Remember, the ancient oaths must be spoken again. Life before death. Strength before weakness. Journey before destination. Good luck, aspiring Radiants, and we'll see you again next time.